Start.
Coach, has Rico,
Gotten some medicine, so hopefully that'll be kicking in.
has he practiced so far?
No, limited.
Okay.
Shooting on the side.
Do you think he'll make the trip?
Oh, I better not speak too quick. Got to see today. So today we'll know a lot more after practice.
How has him not being in the lineup affected your guys? They seem to play pretty well without him, which is surprising, I guess.
Well, I think it's great that the team stepped up, and in his absence, everyone knows they have to do a little bit more. At the same time, obviously, you're a better team when you have everybody working together. So, credit guys for stepping up, and if he's able to play on Saturday, then what we need is we need everyone to keep playing at the high level they are, and not take a back seat and think because he's here I don't have to do as much.
Scott,
That's always the mental part of it.
Right.
Can you talk about the game J-Mont had?
Well, he seems to really like Iowa State, so I guess he matches up well against him, feels comfortable, confident in that game, and he's had two great games against him. He's capable, and we've just been looking for consistency out of him.
Scott, how much did that game take maybe some of the pressure off for postseason and stuff? Not that you're in or anything, but just maybe a little bit of the pressure off that, looking at the schedule that.
Well, I think any Big 12 game, there's pressure, but most people think when you get to 8 wins, you have a pretty good chance of getting in, and 9's a definite. So we're going to be well represented in the Big 12. Once again, third straight year, highest ranked league, but I think it's special whenever it's ranked this high, the highest of all time. And again, I keep saying that's always 1 through 10. People always seem to think, well, how many can win a national championship? What makes a good league is everybody's working together, everybody's RPI, and that's why each and every game is such a grind, such a challenge. And the good thing is that game snapped the home losing streak. That bothered us more than anything. So we're glad to get back to winning at home for our fans.
Scott, you like to have an impact guy, 6-man.
Mhm.
What made you think J-Mont would be that guy for you?
Well, I think unless you have depth, you're not going to have a good team. That's first and foremost. And I've never really looked into starting as much as who's actually playing, who's finishing the game. So it's great when you're able to go to your bench, and our bench has been very good all year long, and that's why we've had a good team so far, and a successful season so far. And with Mott, he's somebody that we don't view him as a bench player. I mean, he's a major contributor, and that's the good thing. If he starts or comes off the bench, we just need him to do what he did last night or against Iowa State.
What is it about Texas right now that has them playing so well?
I think first of all, the perception and the reality are completely different. And what I mean by that is you hear Havoc and you think out of control, fast pace, exciting. And it's actually, Shaka's done a great job in managing the team, and I think it's the slowest paced team in the Big 12, and they do a great job making you guard for 30 seconds. So when you hear Havoc, you think pressing, up and down game, and really what he's done a great job of is making sure that they don't turn it over and they get a high percentage shot, and the other team has to guard for 30 seconds. And because of that, they've been very efficient on the offensive end. Defensively, again, Havoc, you're thinking pressing, giving up easy baskets, and they're more a gap, keep you out of the paint, protect the inside team. And when you have Prince, one of the best shot blockers in the country, anchoring that, but I think everybody, Coach Smart's done a great job of getting everyone to really play very sound defense. So again, the reason I say that is the perception sometimes is it's a real fast-paced game, up and down, and a lot of turnovers and quick shots, and the reality is they do a great job of contesting everything, making it a half-court game, and really challenging everything in the paint, and he's done a great job with that.
Coach, is this the kind of stretch that can really, make or break your seeding, or even break your seeding altogether just because of the talent that you play in these next few games?
Well, I think that's the great thing about the Big 12 is it gives you a lot of chances for quality wins, and it doesn't give you many opportunities for bad losses. So if you lose to quality teams, your RPI doesn't take a big hit, and at the same time, if you win, you're able to gain out of it. So, the great thing is when you get in the NCAA tournament, if you're blessed to do that, you're going to play a quality team. So playing quality teams before that prepares you for that. As long as she doesn't beat you up too much.
Does the conference beat itself up a little bit too much, though? I mean, because it is so good. Is that something you worry about?
Let me tell you after the tournament this year how we do, and I'll let you know. I think, but I think what's been really good about the Big 12 is I think it's been a really good league from top to bottom, and I don't think we've had one or two teams that maybe go to a Final Four, win a national championship, and that's it. So if teams don't make it that far, it doesn't make it a bad conference or not a good conference. It just maybe you didn't have teams that you need to get lucky too in the tournament as well.
Is there pressure in this final stretch though? Because I mean, you're 2 games from first place, but you're also 2 games from playing on that first day of the Big 12 tournament.
Well, and that's everyone's goal and dream. You get to a Big 12 school, you want to win a Big 12 championship. And the good thing is we have that opportunity, and we control our own destiny as far as when we play these teams that are ranked higher than us. We can move up or we can move down based on what we do. So it's exciting from that standpoint because you rather have that than just relying on other people beating each other at the same time. We know that you're only as good as your last game, and we like the winning taste a lot more than the losing taste. So hopefully we can string a couple wins together down the stretch here.
How tough is Austin in terms of places to play?
I think every team in the Big 12 is really a tough place to play, and that's why it's the #1 ranked league in the conference. If you had places that weren't tough to play, you wouldn't have the #1 ranked league. So we like it because it's right down the road. Get home quick.
Coach, should Baylor be a tougher place to play? I mean, you guys are on the verge of making your 3rd straight NCAA tournament, yet the fan support hasn't been great. It's been okay, but I mean, I think you had, 6,000 on Tuesday for Iowa State?
Well, and I think what we do is as a team is we thank those that come to the game because it's so easy nowadays with every game on TV to sit home and watch it and eat your ice cream. But you can watch a game or affect it, and fans affect games, period. So the louder, the more hostile the environment, normally the better winning percentages those teams have at home. If you always look at the teams that are the toughest places to win at, normally their crowd support is outstanding. So we thank all those that come support us, and we try to control what we can control, and that's try to play our best and get as many wins as we can, and thank those that help us.
Not to look past Texas, but you wish you had more than 6,000 against Kansas next Tuesday?
Well, we'd like to have sellouts for every game, but again, for those that come, we thank them for their support and what they do for us.
Texas is the first team that you're rematching with that you've lost to this season. How is preparation different than if you had beaten them?
Well, I think any team you play, what you do is first of all look what worked, what didn't work, and especially when you're dealing with a team that's playing different style, meaning different coach, different system. After you play them once, at least you have a little bit better feel for what they're doing or trying to do. And I think Coach Smart, if you look at it, their team's probably made some changes throughout the years. When Cameron went out and how they play now compared to maybe how they played earlier in the year. So doesn't guarantee you're going to win because they're going to do the same thing, exploit what worked and get rid of what didn't. But at the same time, at least going in, you feel like you have a better idea of what you'd like to try to do.
They haven't won every game since they beat you guys before, but was that the first game where they kind of found themselves without Ridley?
Now, I think they've been playing really good basketball up to that point. Both of us, if you looked at our records, were both really hot, and it took them a couple games after Ridley being out to adjust. But they were on a nice roll and put together very, very well played games. Even the one they lost at Kansas, I mean, they played really well.
Has it been just getting more from eBay, or has it been more of a team thing?
Oh, definitely a team thing. Yeah, I mean, everyone stepped up, and I think one thing is it's a veteran team. I mean, EB's been around for 4 years. He was a highly ranked recruit. I mean, we recruited him. We knew he was a great player, and he's just having more of an opportunity to show that now. I mean, he's always been one of the elite shot blockers in college basketball. It's not like all of a sudden he just became a great shot blocker. He's just getting more opportunity to do it now with Cameron being out. Connor, another 4-year guy. Felix, another 4-year guy. Holland, 4-year guy. Yancey's been around. Taylor, 3-year starter. So I mean, when you have that experience and that talent, that does help, in, especially the grind of the Big 12. Because if you don't have that upperclassman leadership, it's tough to navigate and do well.
Seems like Felix is a guy that'd be a pain in the butt to have to figure out how to guard him. Do you do anything different against him than you do normal?
Yeah, he's a really good player. He can shoot it from deep. He can drive it and score. He's one of those guys they say has an old man game. Kind of looks like a YMCA guy from the standpoint. He got a lot of throwback moves, but we've had a lot of good games against him over the years. I mean, I have a lot of respect and know how good a player he is, and I'll be glad when he graduates.